Tyler here from the Road to Stardom YouTube channel, and this weekend I've got 2 shows going on. I've got a trivia game to host and a DJ dance party I'm gonna do. We're gonna go on some walks. I'm gonna show you guys how to set up and tear down each of my sets and show you what kind of equipment I use and show you the process. And overall, we're just gonna have a good time, and I'm gonna bring you guys along with me. Well, I've got about 3 hours before I have to start getting ready for trivia, so let's go for a little walk. It's a bit nippy here today. It's only about 45 degrees out, which for Florida, that's pretty cool for us. Everyone knows about the humidity level in Florida. It makes it really hot in the summer. It makes it feel a lot hotter. The same goes for the winter. It makes it feel a lot colder because that moisture in the air just sticks to you and makes you feel freezing. You might not feel the humidity, but it's there. And I got this new jacket for Christmas. It fits pretty well, and I think it's gonna keep me warm. We're gonna test it out, see how warm this is. I have a few others that are like this. We'll see how much warmer this one keeps me compared to the other ones. So here's the thing about Florida. It's cold. It's pretty nippy out here when the wind is blowing, but in the sun, it feels good. Right now, it's only 52 out, which for us is pretty cold. And when the wind blows, that's even colder because of the moisture in the air, which I explained a minute ago. But in the sun, it feels nice. But the sun keeps us warm. That's what keeps Florida warm in the winter, is the sun. But when that sun goes down, it gets pretty cold. It feels cold enough to be a northern location. You know what I mean? We don't get snow or anything like that, but it gets pretty cold. It does get cold at night. In months like November, as it's starting to get cold, we'll have those kinds of temperatures where it's like 77 or 85 out and in the day, and so you want shorts. But then as soon as the sun goes down, all of a sudden it drops into the 50s and it gets cold. You kind of run into this problem during those times of year where it's like you get up in the morning, it's like, ooh, it's cold. I gotta put on pants and a sweatshirt to go outside. And then like 2 hours later, it's 80 degrees and you're like, now I wish I had shorts on. And then as the day goes on, you get pretty warm because you're in pants or something and you're like, man, I wish I wore shorts today because it's 80 degrees out. And as the day starts to end, the sun starts to go down, then it gets back into the 50s and then you're like, okay, now I'm cold. Like when I was in college, I would wake up, put on pants in the morning and go to my early morning classes. And then in between my next class, I would have to go back to my dorm, put on shorts and shed my sweatshirts to go to my afternoon classes or my midday classes. And then I go back again and have to put the pants back on and a sweatshirt because to go get dinner, it's probably cold out. Kind of run into this kind of roller coaster of temperatures during the day here in Florida, especially in the winter, spring and fall. It's kind of normal here. There's so many hawks. Yeah, I'm starting to feel it now. This is pretty cold. My center is warm when I have my sweatshirt on, but my hands and my face, it's pretty cold on my face. The wind is very brisk today. My ears are starting to hurt now. My ears are, I should note, I am pretty sensitive to the cold. Even though I'm from up north, from New England, lived in New England for 19 years of my life. I'm still very sensitive to the cold. My hands, my ears, my feet all get cold very easily. My ears start to hurt after not too long being exposed to the brisk wind. And yeah, it's kind of crazy. It's only 50 degrees out. You'd think that wouldn't be that bad, but I don't know. It can't control what gets too cold and what doesn't. I used to love skiing, but after a certain age, I just got too sensitive to the cold. I would get out to do a few runs and have to go back inside almost immediately because my hands and feet would be so cold they would feel like they're about to fall off. It got to be to a point where it wasn't fun anymore, so I had to stop. But I definitely miss skiing. I'm definitely being a bit more leisurely today. Yeah, so just for reference, I've been walking now for about 30 minutes. I'm still cold. All right, guys, so I got home from my walk, had some lunch, and now it's time to start getting ready for trivia tonight. So I already looked over the questions, so now I just gotta print them out. And now I have to pack up and go get my car ready. I gotta load it up with all the gear. I bring my own speakers and equipment, so I gotta load up the car and then get ready to go. All right, let's load up the car. Here we go. All I got a bunch of the supplies here, which is like answers pads, rule sheets, and some pens for people to use. And there we go. All right, let's get going. All right, got my backpack here with my laptop, and I got some stuff in my hand. Let's get the other equipment. Get this stuff here. Hello. This small mixer here, it's not the best quality, but it does the job. I got all these cables. We gotta connect. Quarter-inches go output into the speaker. There we go. Now we do the other one. Got a splitter cable in here. This goes into my laptop and plays music through the speakers. So this goes into the board, headphone jack on the other end. That goes into my computer. And I don't have my computer out just yet, so I'll just leave it in here just like that. And we'll plug that in when it's ready. Plus we got the power supply. This goes, into a wall outlet or a power strip in this case. And we got an XLR cable, otherwise known as a microphone cable, and a microphone. There you go. And now we'll set up the laptop. It's freezing out, but they did a good job of making it warm in here. That's more like it. There we go. Alright, I think it's time we do a sound check now.
1, 2, checking. 1, 2, 1, 2, mic check. 1, 2.
We got a microphone. And my Spotify is being very slow, so just while I wait for this, I'll hand out some supplies to the guests who are here to play our game.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you are here to play trivia, come on up to the stage and get some materials. So if you're looking to play trivia, come on up.
Alright, so I got some team names back from people before we start. Now I gotta enter them into the computer so that we can start scoring. Alright, we got 11 teams entered into the game. I think it's time to begin. They have this microphone stand at this venue that I do this at, and I've just never seen another one like it. It clips in instead of, which is interesting, but it falls out pretty easily. But I borrow it every time I come because then I don't have to bring my own. It's not a boom, it's just a straight. So I like straights more than booms. At least when I'm doing things like this. If I'm singing with a guitar, I like a boom microphone. There you go. I kind of just use this as a holder, as if it's like a telephone almost. I pick it up, I talk into it, and then it gives me a place to put it.
All right, everybody, it is 6 o'clock. It's time to begin our game of trivia. My name is Tyler. I'm going to be your host this evening. How many people, this is their first time playing our game here? Raise your hand. Here, over here. Awesome. You're assigning the question's value based on how well you know the answer, as opposed to me assigning value based on how challenging it is. So it's up to you to strategize where you want to use your points. And then at the very end of the game, the top 3 teams will take home the prizes. So are we ready to begin? What name is given to the type of animal that is equally at home on land as it is in water? As a few minutes per question, good luck. All right, last call for answer. The first question was, what is the name given to the type of animal that is equally at home on land as it is in water? The answer we were looking for was amphibian. Amphibian. Everybody got that one right. But not everybody weighs it the same. So that's what makes this interesting. All right.
Good news, we got the Spotify working.
Round 2 has a bonus question in it, so only with your 3 or 5 for the other 2 questions. Your point value is reset for 3 or 5. Your other 2 categories are music and games. Recently retiring from music, Amethyst Amelia Kelly is the real name of what female rapper? Here we go, transportation. In 1945, the atomic bomb was dropped on Hiroshima. What was the name of the airplane carrying it? Got my answers in. When carrying it, it was called the Enola Gay. The Enola Gay. We're looking for the capital of Libya. It is Tripoli. Tripoli, Libya. We have reached the final question of the game. Put these talk shows in order by how many seasons they were on air, from most to least. We have Arsenio Hall, Donahue, Jerry Jones, and Ricky Lake. Oh, sorry, I misread that. It's Jenny Jones. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, Jenny Jones. Thank you. Sorry about that. It's Jenny Jones.
For these ones, I got to grade with a red pen so I can see what points I got to add in, because everybody's going to have a different score.
Quiz team was the only team to get it right. Because of that, they swooped into first place with 62 points. Thank you guys so much for coming out and playing my game. I hope you enjoyed it. Thanks. Have a great rest of your evening, and I hope to see you next week. Thank you so much.
These are all answers from today's game. The board for these speakers attached to the back of the speakers. Right here, and there you go. Attached. And then the cords and stuff go in this one. It's a little bit hard to fit this on the back to get it to stay when it's still full. So I have some Velcro on the top here to make sure that it sticks so it doesn't fall apart while I'm carrying it. But sometimes I can do it well enough where it won't have to. There you go. See, we got Velcro, so that's not coming off. Alright, I got all my stuff backed up. Now it's time to just take it out to the car and we're good to go. I definitely have to put the jacket on now. It got cold out while I was doing this. But they did a good job of keeping it warm in here because it's probably in the 30s now. Alright, that's better. Now, I usually bring the small stuff, so like my backpack and the supplies out when I go get my car. And then I go pull it up to the curb, and then I'll bring out the speakers, and then I'll put the stands behind the speakers because that's just the easiest process to do. Pull it up to the curb. Yeah, it's currently 43 degrees out here with it feels like 35. All right, let's go. Tonight's trivia game was really good. We had a lot of interesting questions. A lot of the ones that I thought were going to be really hard, people actually ended up knowing most of them. So there were only a couple ones that people were really stumped on. Everybody had a good time. It's always a fun thing to do. I do a lot of these kind of odd jobs or gigs, anything that involves entertainment. So I do a music bingo show, I do a trivia show, I can DJ parties, I play live music. I have a lot of different varieties of entertainment involving music that I do. That's what I do as I prepare to become more of a famous musician and work towards that. In 2024, I wrote enough songs to cover an album, and that was my goal, was to write an album and start getting on the road. My goal is to make it my way towards Nashville. I wanted to start doing this kind of vlogging thing, just to have something on the back burner and just to also track my progress. It's about having something to look back and watch as much as it is to post and have somebody enjoy. As an entertainer, I love putting on something that people will enjoy, but I also like feeling good about it myself, and being able to watch it back and be proud of it makes me happy. That's what I like doing in life. That's what I enjoy. And that's why I do what I do. And that's why I was motivated to start this. So I hope you guys are enjoying this first video. We got another day of gigging tomorrow. Tomorrow I got a DJ dance party that I'm doing. So I'm DJing an 80s dance party tomorrow for a private group. That's what I'll be doing tomorrow night. And I'm going to bring you guys along for that too. Alright guys, it's the next day. It's time to load up the car for my next gig. It starts in about 2 hours. I got different equipment for that. I got different speakers. I got to unload the trivia stuff from last night and then load in the stuff that I need for tonight. So let's get that going. I've got these much bigger, heavier speakers for gigs like this can carry a lot more inside bigger places. These are also powered by themselves, so I get to use this as its own board. It's got its own power supply. And in here I got speaker stands for those bigger speakers. These can hold up a little bit more weight. And I also keep the power cords for each of those speakers so that I know I won't forget them. I'm gonna stick these back here. The only thing I have left is a little bag that I keep my microphones and other miscellaneous stuff in. I use it for gigs like this and for when I play live because I keep extra strings in there, my capos, and anything else that's small. All right, now it's time to put on a better shirt. Currently underneath the jacket, I have this cool like Route 66 guitar shirt. It's relatively new, but I think something like this looks a little bit better when I'm on stage. Of course, now I just gotta fix my hair because that sweatshirt gets very staticky. Now, remember that how I said yesterday that Florida fluctuates in temperature? Like right now, it's nice out. It's about 70 degrees. I probably didn't need that outside while I was loading my car. But tonight, it's gonna, as soon as the sun goes down, 50s, 40s, 30s, it's supposed to be cold again over the night. So that's just how dramatic the temperature changes here based on the sun being up or not. All right, guys, everything's taken care of. I think we're all set, and now it's just time to get going. All right, guys, we just arrived at the venue, so now it's time to unload the car and go set up. I forgot to show you guys earlier. For the speakers, I bring this little four-wheel dolly so that I can put the speakers on and wheel them up so I don't have to lug them as much. They are a bit heavy, so it's, you know, work smarter, not harder. I got all my power strips and stuff in the car, so I gotta go get them. There you go, on. Got another splitter cord here. This plugs into the board, and this goes in my computer. On, ground zero, and on. Ground zero. We'll turn those up as we turn on the music. All right, guys, we're all set up, so I gotta start the show, and I'll see you in a little bit. The music is running good. So what I have here is I have my two XLRs mic cables running to each of the speakers. This is where my computer volume is. My computer cord is plugged into here. And I have a mic cord in case I need to talk. I can turn it on and off. I can make announcements that they request me to do. And then I run the computer and do everything I need to do that involves transitioning songs, mixing songs, all that jazz. The host gave me the music back like cake, and that was really nice. A lot of people starting to clear out. It's getting towards the end of the night.
Thank you for having me, and have a great night, everyone.
All right, well, that's a wrap. Now we're waiting for the last people to clear out as I play them out, and then we'll take down the stuff. So I start taking down the stuff that doesn't require, so like the mics and stuff, while I continue to play music, and then eventually I'll fade out the music so I can break down the rest of it. pin fell out, so I just stored it in the speaker stand bag. All right, now everything is down. We just gotta put everything away. Power cords for the speakers. All right, now we just gotta take all this stuff out to the car and we're ready to go. It's not as cold out here as I thought it would be. It's probably in the 60s still. Time to go home. Well, that was a really fun party. I enjoyed that. They seemed to love it. They were dancing the whole time, literally the whole time, 3 hours. Those people have a lot of energy. It's always a great night to do something like this for people. And it's always very fun to see how much they enjoy it. And it's fun for me too. I enjoy music. I have a vast knowledge of music, especially the 80s, 70s, and 60s. Well, that's the end of my night. I hope this was entertaining to watch. If you enjoyed the video, please think about hitting the like button down below. And also think about hitting that subscribe button, ringing the bell to get notifications when I post new videos. This is kind of new for me, so we're going to see what we can do. We got a lot of different content on the way and lots of different ideas. I'm kind of just playing this by ear, so it could be anything every week. I'm going to be showing more of my gigs, more of like me playing live, some other gigs that I do, and also doing some adventures. I'm a past holder at Disney World, so I'll probably do some Disney adventures. I play golf a lot, so I'll probably take you guys along with that as well. And there's just a bunch of other stuff to do in Florida that I have never explored, so this gives me an excuse to go explore it and film it and make something out of it. I'm gonna do my best to upload every Sunday from now on. Every Sunday is my goal to have something to upload. But so yeah, that was a great night. I had a great 2 days of gigs, a good trivia game last night, good DJ dance party tonight, and next week's another week. So all right guys, I'll see you in the next video.